So apparently, my trading has no edge. My psychology actually isn't an issue, and I just need to wake up. Hmm. All right, that seemed a tad harsh. We'll check my stats for the month in a minute and see if they're right. Do I have no edge? Does my strategy suck? But first, let's look at the trade I took today. And do I need to start putting trigger warnings on my videos when I take a loss? All right, let's check out this trade I took today. So, yesterday I missed my B strategy setup or I just panicked and I didn't take it. Today I saw it come up and I froze for a second, but then I was like, get the order in, take the trade. So that's what I've done here. I've taken this B short, had about a 19-point stop and a 28-point profit target on it. So it's basically just when price breaks the opening 1 minute range, comes back up and tests it, finds support, and then it would be on the second time that it finds support and reverses that I get in. So that's the trade that I took here. Of course, I was thinking in the trade, like, oh, this is going to go the other way. It's just making a lower high. But I held the trade because that's what I have to do. Trying to maintain discipline and my stats here. The trade won, so that was great. And then I think it goes on for another 35 points or so. And yes, I am going to work on trailing my trades, like taking partials and then trailing to catch the bigger moves. A lot of you have asked about that, and it is definitely something that I do want to work on in the future. Just for right now, I'm doing it this way to keep it as simple as I can for myself. Here's the thing. When I take a loss, some people like to say that my strategy sucks. But the truth is, strategy is just a little part of trading. And there are thousands of strategies that work: order flow, volume profile, EMAs, intuitive trading, ICT, you name it. Someone's trading it and someone's finding a way to be profitable with it, just the way others are finding ways to lose money with it. I think what matters the most is whether you can stick to that plan that you choose with discipline, because here's what actually blew up all my accounts in the past and cost me money. It wasn't the entries, but it was tilt. It was breaking my rules, taking revenge trades, over trading, greed, sizing up, and a very narrow focus on each individual trade and not being able to look at them as a series of trades. Basically, I lacked patience and I lacked discipline. And that's why I'm here documenting my journey to becoming a more disciplined trader. And I'm showing exactly what I'm doing to build discipline and stick to my plan in real time, which includes taking losses and being okay with it. I'm not telling anyone how to trade. I'm not trying to sell a trading course. People were asking me about my strategy A setup, so I made a guide on it and it's free.
Technical analysis has never made anyone anything. You're not going to get rich from trading by learning technical analysis. In short, your problem is not that you don't know enough about technical analysis. You need a serious review of how you think when you're trading. So my argument here is that people are generally fearful when they're hopeful, and they're hopeful when they're fearful. I am letting my losses run. Why am I doing that? What am I telling myself? Well, I'm telling myself that I hope that this market's going to turn around. But the real reason is I would like to avoid pain. We have a brain which is millions of years old, and it has one primary function, and that is to keep you alive at all costs. And by the way, also love to make sure that you never experience any pain. Some people, in particular psychologists, refer to this as the ego.
Here's the bigger picture: 12 trades this month. My win rate's close to 60%. My winners are bigger than my losers. And I sat out on plenty of days because the price action sucked for my strategies. And it was more important for me to avoid tilt and blowing up the account than it was to force a trade. I don't know. To me, this doesn't look like horrible trading and a strategy that just has no edge at all and no hope. It looks like a trader making progress. Slow progress for sure, very slow, but it's progress, and that's what I'm working on, making these incremental changes and really focusing on my discipline. So I think what kind of irritated me in this comment was, when they're saying, I'm just saying the king is naked. This is not a profitable trading system with edge. This is just a way to spend all your money on prop firms. And she did exactly that the last 3 years. Um, okay, I like, so to me, I'm taking this as like the references to The Emperor Has No Clothes, where I guess relating it to my trading would be saying, like, your strategy sucks, your trading's really bad, and no one's telling you. Like, it's so obvious to everyone, and it's just like no one wants to say it. Uh, I don't know if if that's the case, then yeah, whatever. Don't say it. There's really no point because I'm not trying to teach people how to trade. I'm trying to gain more discipline and learn to stick to my plan. And people have told me that that's helping them. And that honestly means more to me than anything. My own progress has been amazing and has made YouTube so worthwhile for me. But the thing that's made it really impactful is when people tell me, I resonated with this in your video, or I've been watching your videos and I decided to do this with my discipline, and my trading's less stressful, and I'm feeling better about things, and I'm spending less money. That really means so much to me. That's what matters. That's why I'm doing this. Um, yeah, I'm a little irritated with, like, I've been very transparent with the amount of money I lost and my bad trading habits and how I lost the money. So I find it a little bit irritating for somebody to use my honesty against me and saying, no, your system just sucks. That's why you're losing money. And it's like, no, I've told you why I'm losing money. Profitable systems might have slow periods, but here she is getting long losing streaks because it's just not working. No, I take one trade a day. So these long losing streaks, I think it was like 3 losing trades and then a couple of days of no trades. So basically, I don't know. To me, I don't think 3 consecutive losses is that crazy or that big of a deal, and I don't think it's a reason to just throw out my whole system and my strategies and panic and be like, "I need to get a new strategy in place." Yeah, okay. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Maybe a bit of a tangent. I'm sorry. That one, it just it just bugged me because I guess it's irritating to feel like you're being misunderstood in what you're saying and the message that you're trying to get across. Look, I get it. Some people don't like my trading style, and that's fine. But let's be honest, the negative comments only seem to show up when I lose. When I win, not so much. I'm not here pretending to be a guru or selling you a course. I've been very upfront. I am not consistently profitable yet. I'm sharing my journey of building discipline because that's been the hardest part for me. And if we're being real, I think it's the hardest part for most traders. Um, Sometimes what triggers you in someone else is actually what you're struggling with within yourself. So if my trades or my losses set you off, maybe it's worth asking yourself why you're so bothered by it. I've been working really hard to just accept my losses and move on. I've reduced my size. I'm taking a broader, bigger picture view of things, and that's really been helping. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. And I don't know, do you think that discipline has been the hardest piece of this for you? Or do you think that the big struggle is with technical analysis and learning that? For me, I would say definitely the discipline part, but I want to know what you think. And also, I do want to thank everyone because the comments here, the comment section in general on these videos is amazing. I get so much out of it. And I think that the comments are also helping other people who come and read them. So I just want to thank you guys. I don't like to just shine a spotlight on some negative comments, but I felt like it was worth addressing today. All right, I will see you back here tomorrow.